gun, paid for all I've done. Well, they'll get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet. And finding out it's kind of dumb. Realize I am somebody.
Playoff football has come to Northeast Ohio at Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Cap alert, let's go.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Great job defensively. Stretched it out, got the tackle for loss. He had 2 TFLs last week, by the way.
Yeah, what you're describing right there is a player who can set the edge well. You always hear that, meaning he's not getting hooked by an offensive lineman or a tight end, not getting turned inside on the blocking, able to keep his outside arm free, string the play out so there's nowhere for the back to turn up. Then he gets to him and makes the play.
Sanders. Oh, his first throw of his playoff matchup is intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take It's down to the 26-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now 2nd and 5. Now Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing is Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
An option give now to Mitchell. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
And you can forgive this defense just a bit here. They know how dangerous Lamar Jackson is running the football. Stopping him is in many ways a prime concern. So here, they're late to react to the handoff on the option, and it costs them as this winds up a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of rules in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. And he gets this up across the 35 before it's out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Henry up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Middle. 13.
They run wide side with Henry. 5 yards on the carry there. It leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
In motion, the tight end. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down per minute and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Come on.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Let's go now.
Here's Sanders. These guys running back out of the backfield. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Cowboy.
He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dylan Sampson, 54 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Lamar changing the play.
Yeah.
And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now they'll change things up. First down, here's Mitchell. Safety Grant dealt it up to make the play. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Right back to Mitchell here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. Yeah, almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Thanks
to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them in the field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
The snow here maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal, so instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Mitchell now off the option. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Jackson now. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. Jackson and the rest of the offense staying put. They will go for it on 4th. The Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 4th down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. To throw now, here's Sanders. Checks this down to Sampson. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, If you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
2nd and 10.
Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Come on, come on. Hey.
Sanders to throw. Open man, that's Bond. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. A gain there of 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing again at Sanders. He finds Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Ready, 18, 5, 70, Timberwolf. Ready.
Throwing, Sanders. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
60 Maverick. Here we go. Set. 60 Mustang 19.
To throw again, here's Sanders. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go.
To throw is Sanders. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And this one is right through. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Oftentimes it plays an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. From the gun, it's Shador. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Sanders. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he's going to be dropped quickly right there at the 48, a couple yards shy of midfield. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Sanders. He'll get this into the hands of Sampson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go, Scott.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Off the option, here's Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Again, Jackson will keep it. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete, left side to Bateman. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Play action. Now Jackson. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, the run of crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Here we go. Go.
From the gun, it's Sanders. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Well, there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss?
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Dragon 60. Let's go now.
Sanders. Oh, no, lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 67 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll take it into the end zone for Browns touchdown. Dylan Sampson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Throwing is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
In motion goes the tight end. Here's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball.
On the quick.
Again, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And Jackson throwing once more. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He'll try to do it himself. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
This is 2nd and 8.
No, we changed it.
Now it's Jackson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Buffalo 18.
To throw now. Here's Sanders. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Under pressure, they got him again. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Broken tackle. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
26-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Yo. Hey.
Now it's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And it is caught. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Jackson to Bateman there. First down, Ravens.
First down. A gain of 15. First down.
They'll drop the throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. From the gun, it's Jackson. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Sampson. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Browns going to roll on as we say so long, everybody. Thanks for watching. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.